Why do guys get weird after you hook up? What does it mean when a guy starts distancing himself or ghosting out or being less available after you two have like kissed, hooked up, had sex, whatever? It's not good. I think you know that. It's not a good sign. He's doing that because that's all he was really after. And he got what he wanted, and now he's moved on. And that is the ugly, ugly truth. Now I know what you're thinking, but no, we had this connection and we were like talking all the time and like he was so sweet and he seemed so into me. Yeah, that's because guys are smart. They're horrible, manipulative, and smart. And they know that they gotta put a little work into it. They gotta like sweet talk a girl, they gotta like reel her in and make, you know, I'm not even gonna say like they're doing it consciously. I honestly don't think some guys even realize that they only want one thing from a girl until they get it, and then their interest just evaporates. It's like how hunger evaporates once you're full, and you're like, I was ever hungry? I don't remember that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's intentional. But remember, and I say this all the time, something doesn't have to be intentional for it to be really hurtful. You can kill someone in your car without meaning to. Doesn't mean they don't die. So just because a guy might not mean to hurt you does not give him a second chance, the benefit of the doubt, or an excuse for you to go chase him. Because the bottom line is, it kind of doesn't matter why he's ghosting out. He is. And that's the way it is. And there is nothing you can do to change that. Either he's a player and a douche. And remember, players don't look the way we think they're going to. It's like how we think serial killers are going to be all squirrely, and then they're like, oh, they look like American Psycho, and they're like clean cut and handsome, and you're like, wait a minute, you're not the boogeyman I thought you were going to be. Players are the same way. They're very charming. They lavish you with attention. Like Stevie Nicks says, players only love you when they're playing. And it's not until after the fact that you look back and you're like, he was playing me. That's all he wanted from me. And it's one of the most like soul-crushing, agonizing feelings in the world. Oh, believe me, I get it. I get it. Wouldn't you just rather a guy be like, yo, I just want a bone? And you'd be like, okay, not into that, but I appreciate your honesty. You want to know the deal. It's not fair to get bamboozled, especially with something as like precious as like your body and hooking up. Like that hurts us. But the one thing you can't do is change his mind. The worst thing you can do is make excuses for what's going on. So many of you guys are like, I mean, maybe he's just too shy. If he's not too shy to touch your vagina, if he's bold enough to touch your vagina, he's bold enough to ask you out after the fact and take you to the movies. Right? Don't lie. Don't make excuses. If a guy wants you, like, to be his girlfriend, he wants to date you, he's not just going to, like, hit it and quit it. He's going to come after you. In fact, he's not going to hit it at all. He's going to respect you. He's going to want to go slow. So in order to avoid this happening again, put it out there up front. Even if it's a lie, be like, you know what? I don't hook up. Like that Kelly Clarkson song, I do not hook up. I hook up with guys when we're in a relationship. I hook up with my boyfriend. I'll kiss, but like that's it. And if a guy balks at that and if he runs away, that's your answer. And that was your answer all along. And it's better to find that out before you put out and your heart is broken rather than after the fact, right? And a quality guy who is truly interested in you is going to love that. Because he's going to be like, you know what, that girl she has respect for herself. This isn't the village bicycle everyone's taking a ride on. This makes me want to girlfriend her up even more. I love it. I'll wait 6 months. I'll wait a year because she's quality and she's worth it. But that won't happen unless you know you're worth it, unless you put that out there, and unless you act accordingly.